Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the I Pick the Oscars video, where I just go through all the Oscars categories, I talk about the noms, and then I decide what I want to pick, what I would pick if I was a voter. I'll just say, right, so I should note, there's some categories I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. I think it'll be pretty clear which ones I'm referring to when we get there. For the order I'm doing the categories. I'm just picking by starting up with whichever ones I already seen all the noms from, and then recording them as I finish watching the noms. I didn't have much. I already saw like 24 of the features out of 35 of them, and I hadn't seen any of the short films prior. Yeah, but. So yeah, let's go through all the ones as I watch them all, with the exception of Best Picture, which I'm saving for last. Honest reads. All right, I'm going to kick off with the category I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about here. Best costume design. The nominees are Avatar: Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, and Sinners. Um, yeah, I don't really know how you would evaluate this category. The only thing I could really say is I don't remember any of the costumes in Avatar: Fire and Ash. I can't say that for the others, but I'll just go with Frankenstein because they looked cool. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking in this category. That's kind of why I'm doing this clip first to get the embarrassing part of the way. Alright, best film editing. The nominees are F1, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. Okay, first off, where the fuck is No Other Choice? Like, that's the real winner here. Like, god damn, that movie went absolutely fucking ham, and literally all of it was just paid off beautifully. Like, oh my gosh. Anyways, for this, for also another category I'm not an expert on. So, I don't know how to talk about each one, mainly because I barely remember F1. If I do have to say, though, I think I will probably go with Marty Supreme. The reason is I'm going with this one because this movie is paced so well, and it knows when to cut to keep scenes rolling smoothly, keep the frenetic pace going. Like if shots were too quick, it would seem incomprehensible. If they were too long, the speed would just slow down. So, from my very non-existent knowledge on film editing, I'm going with Marty Supreme. Best cinematography. The nominees are Frankenstein, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Alright, I think maybe this one. Frankenstein, this movie looked cool. Okay, this is another thing that's kind of hard for me. Uh, I Frankenstein looked cool, I would say. Marty Supreme was very smart with how it wants to position cameras, especially like when to show close with characters, when to show distance, when it needs to show a lot of space around the area, when to be close. One after another stuff visuals did get pretty cool. Like we all know about the winding road, and also was very also I don't know stuff with Sinners. I watched this in theaters. It was awesome. The movie definitely had lots of very memorable shots. I must say. Train Dreams. I think I'm gonna go with Train Dreams on this one. Like this movie was a visually breathtaking experience. Like it's probably the most memorable part of the film. I mean, the film itself as a whole is phenomenal. I'm putting it in my top 25 as of recording this. There's still more. Like it captures the look of a dream, even when it's not, which is like the feeling you're supposed to get watching it. And it creates a world that feels alive more so than its competition. So that's why I'm putting it as my pick to win. Production design. I don't. I don't know anything about production design. I'll just say, what has the most memorable locations? I, I think if I really had to try to judge this category, just be what were the most memorable set pieces, and for that, I'm gonna go with Frankenstein. Frankenstein has some really, really cool room designs. They're like really creative. They looked really cool. Very unique looking. Just really gives a sense of wonder. I don't fucking know anything about this damn category. Alright, documentary short film. Nominees are All the Empty Room, Arnold the Camera, John Lemore, Devil's Busy, and Perfectly Strangeness. All the Empty Rooms is a fucking impressive short, cause like it has so much going on for being like 30 something minutes, which for a short is long, but it dials in so many aspects. It's not just about the school shootings that happen and the whole emptiness that's felt with all those kids gone and the effects of fans, but the reflection of how news reports them. It's like to the point where I actually wish this was a future because I want to see more going into this subject matter. Because I feel like this would really you could turn this to a full-on feature film about this topic. But what we got was still incredibly moving and very insightful. Armed Only at the Camera, I'll admit, I'm starting to get a little fatigued from all these Ukrainian documentaries that get nominated for Oscars. Maybe, but honestly, this is the weakest one. There was another feature length documentary that was shortlisted for the Ukrainian. It was like 20,000. I forgot the name. That was really cool. But like, my problem with this short is that it feels like it's not sure what it wants to do with the subject. Because like, part of it is like that it's the of Brett Randall, but that's only part of it. Then, like in the middle, it's just interviewing people, and then it goes back to that subject. What are you trying to do? It felt like I was watching two documentaries and just fused together, not well at all. It was no, actually no, that's the weakest, but no. Children No More. I saw mixed feelings on this one. I found it really interesting, and maybe it could have been like it had some good exploration of the people involved. It was not the most memorable one. I kind of just remember the vague topics, not really the super in depth. But I really found it interesting when I watched it. The Devil's Busy. This is another really fantastic one. It's like about someone working for Planned Parenthood and dealing with the haters, I like to call them. There's a really good sense of dread that comes from watching this documentary. It really emphasizes subjects without going to like super corny or woe is me shit. Very humane and very understanding of all the nuances involved with it. It was a very fascinating watch. Perfectly a Strangeness. Okay, I don't really call this a documentary. I don't feel like it's really documenting anything. It kind of tells a story. I feel like it's trying to compare horses, like showing a technological process, or from showing horses, which used to be a main method of travel, to all this crazy shit now. But it doesn't really do a good job of connecting these ideas. Like, there's no words into it whatsoever, which would be fine, but like, I think it just does. I'm still not 100% sure what it's going for. I feel like I'm just guessing what its themes are. It was the weakest one. For my award giving, I'm going to award All the Empty Rooms. This is a masterclass short. It's a must watch. The Devil is Busy, I would also consider a must watch. That's a very, very close second. And Children No More is also really good. I'm not in a rush to watch the other two. But yeah, definitely at least watch All the Empty Rooms. I think was it on yeah, it's on Netflix or was it HBO Max? One of the two. Adapted screenplay. Begonia. Begonia. I will get the disclaimer. Begonia is the only one which I have um experienced its source material. It's a remake of Save the Green Planet. The rest well, actually, no. I read the novel Frankenstein was in high school. I do not remember a single thing about it. Begonia has real is what I can say about its adaptation as a remake. Its character design is very different. It gives a really good job of creating these these creepy like, are these guys crazy or are they not? There's a good suspense there. The characters are very have so much into them. Even like that one police officer just shows up as so engaging. Engaging, and the comedy is so fun and good. If I will to say it, maybe like I think it's an amazing movie, and I'm putting my top 25. Maybe it could go a bit harder on its themes, because like there might about its CEO themes. You could probably lean a bit more to that. Yeah, Frankenstein. I know some people don't like this, mainly people who read the book. I don't remember anything about the book, as I said. I really loved how they characterized the monster in this one. I think it did a right. I've seen the Universal one from like long time ago. I think this one did a really good job of making showing how the monster is is not really a monster. It felt so human, and Frankenstein was really well. Was really well in this movie. He balances off being the monstrous person while still being human. And I really enjoyed the format of telling both sides of the story. It felt so balanced, offered interesting perspectives in the set. Hamnet, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's a really good movie. I think immediately thinking about it, like it's not a super complex story. It does a great job of delivering emotions. Definitely, it's not like super deep. It's a really good movie, a great experience. Though I would say in reflection, it's not super deep, but he's just really good at driving emotions, making you care about the characters, but it's not a very complex one. One Battle After Another screenplay is incredible. The characters, especially, very avoiding stereotypes or typical archetypes. Like all of them are very memorable. Lots of personality, and they all are given something great to do. And there's like no character that just does nothing. Everyone's doing something. And well, how well the movie manages balance out comedy with more serious drama and action without one overtaking the other. Man, it's incredible. Train Dreams is really good script too. It creates a very good character setting, very immersive movie. Like it really, it like I know some people don't like the narrator. I think he works well with this kind of movie because it's trying to get evoked. It feels like it's trying to evoke a storybook feeling, especially with the dreamlikeness that would typically see in a novel, more suited for a novel. I mean, no, this is based on a novel, but still, it works. I think it works well with creating the tone it's going for. And for that, I'm going one battle after another for best adapted screenplay. Like, it's just so brilliant. Like any screenwriter, like what I aspire to be. I'm working on my third feature film screenplay. I need to stop procrastinating and actually go ham. Yeah, this is a fantastic screenplay. Supporting actor, Bianco del Toro. He's a lot of fun. Very fun performance from him. Like he's one of the lesser common characters, which I mean isn't really saying much because basically everyone gets slobbed to do. But everything he's so much fun to watch. A lot of fun. I would say One Bath was like the best fun performances in the Oscars. Jacob Elordi. I don't think I ever seen a movie with him before. Maybe I have, I just don't remember. But man, I was really blown away with his performance in this movie. He really balances out, the monster in this. The like learning to be human, learn to not be human, speak the language. It all goes off very naturally. Like that, it felt so real, mainly because how well he performs it. Delroy Lindo from Sinners. I don't remember this character at all, to be honest. Like, Cinema's an awesome movie, but I will say a lot of his characters are not very memorable. Was that the old guy? It was a good movie, but maybe not the most memorable cast from the album. Sean Penn. Dude, like, Sean Penn in this movie, like, what a great villain performance. He nails being both comic relief and being a generally villain to take seriously. He performs a lot of really goofy dialogue, genuinely. Like, it's so seriously, it both works taken seriously and being silly. And never goes like it still manages some sorts of threats. It's phenomenal. Stellan Skarsgård from Sentimental Value. Yeah, Sentimental Value is an excellent movie. It's a great performance. I don't really know how to describe it though. It's kind of like typical great dramatic acting. All the horrors of that movie are great, but I don't really know how to describe them, you know. And for my award, I'm going with Sean Penn. Like, that was just next level. All right, actress supporting role. I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember which woman was which in Sentimental Value. I will say, the woman in that movie, the three big women characters in the movie look way too similar to each other. I can't tell you which sport actress which. I would say this is a good part to editing all the acting bombshells into my. It's all great. I just don't really know much to say about it otherwise. Amy Madigan for Weapons. She's kind of like a testament to my big issue I have with Weapons. It does not mesh comedy and horror very well. Like, she's supposed to be like actually threatening villain, but like I don't know how much of this directing is sure. Like, she's just so goofy. Like, they try to hype. Like, literally, when you actually start seeing her perform, it's I can't take it seriously. It's just so silly. I mean, a lot of it's the actual directing of the movie. Like, the directing of the movie was very confused. Who was we? Wouldn't you, was that the Chinese woman? Yeah, I don't remember her character at all. Tanya Taylor, one bout after another. Yeah, the like a great like I guess second lead, I guess you could call it, because she has like her own story and split up the path. Great performance, along with incredible character as well, and for that, she gets my pick for the award. All right. This is another category I have literally no clue what the hell I'm talking about. Visual effects. Okay, I just want to say right off the bat, because they're not meant to anything else. Jurassic World Rebirth and The Lost Bus are very, very boring movies. I would not recommend either. Like, I mean, I still have a few of these left to watch as of recording this. That's over Rebirth. Like, actually, no, I think The Standard is also up there. Okay. As for visual effects, I'll be honest, like, I mean, Jurassic World Rebirth, no. No, it's. I don't want to put it for Fire and Ash and Rebirth, it's mostly just CGI. Not really creative. The Lost Bus had some good looking ones. F1, I guess, what were the crashes? I barely remember F1, to be honest. I can't even remember visual effects. I would say Sinners had lots of really good effects. That look good, I guess. I don't know jack squat about visual effects. This is not something I'm knowledgeable in. I made this claim already. Directing, I don't fucking know. I don't really know much about what Kozlowski directed. Literally, the only thing in this whole Oscar could probably talk about directing would be Weapons, and that's not nominated because Weapons like felt like the script and the vision of presenting were at odds, but we're not talking about Weapons. If I had to try to come up with some sort of guess of what I'm doing, it's gonna be one path or another. Cause like I can envision the director chair actually meshing. One thing I love about One Path or Another, how well meshes drama, action, comedy so well, and that sounds like something that PTA just had to sit down with everyone to just make sure everyone knew how to get this right. Lots of great visual work, lots of complex action scenes that need to be coordinated. It's a lot in this movie, along with getting all these actors right, because like some of them just need crazy performances that you don't see normally. Like this was probably the one that took the most out to get right filming it. I think I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Literally, the only things I truly understand with movie making is like writing. All right, actress in a leading role. Nominees Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for Laser Dude, Kate Hudson for Sansa Blue, and a scene for Sentimental Valley, and Emma Stone Begonia. Jessie Buckley's performance is really good. I'd say she does carry those really tense emotions very well, because that's kind of her character, very like always going through shit, and she plays it very authentically. It doesn't feel phony. Rose Byron, oh my god, like if I Had Legs, I'd Kick You as a whole is a horrifying movie, and she nails it. Oh well, like this character that's just falling apart is just all filled with emotion, and I just felt like I was in that ride. I mean, that's mainly because the movie itself is incredible. I'm gonna be talking about more in my best of 2025 video. Kate Hudson, I'm kind of amazed that I don't think she's bad or anything in that movie. But if you think, I would think if there was a performance that would get nominated, it would have been Hugh Jackman, because I remember his performance more than Kate Hudson's. Like, I mean, I remember her character a lot, but the performance itself, I remember more of Hugh Jackman, because I was actually shocked, like, wow, he's really good in this. Also, was a solid movie, by the way. Far better than majority music biopics. Nick Reason, I said this before in the clips, but Sentimental Values performance are great. I just don't really have to talk about them. Emma Stone Begonia, she's always incredible in Yorgos Lanthimos' movies. I can tell why he keeps having her in them. And here I think this is, I don't know if the best she's done with him, but still there's this like alien like character that doesn't that feels both human and alien. It works so well given the creepiness. If I had to pick, I'm going with Rose Byrne. Like, this is a fucking incredible performance. Like, generally mind blowing. Like, watching the movie itself, it's fucking amazing. But yeah, that performance is top tier. All right, best original score. But so I should probably note, since due to the fact that I watched all the nominees before the nominees were announced, I wasn't really paying attention to their score very much. So I listened to them on my own, like separately, attached to the movie. That probably is going to affect how I judge them. Just an FYI. Begonia's score, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised how boring it was to listen to. Like, most of it's these really lame drone music. Like, it was probably fine in the movie. Like, I don't remember being bored by the score. It depended on the sense of doom, but listening to it, I wanted to fall asleep. There wasn't even much variety to it. It was just this really lame, just typical drone, like doom music, nothing really special. Um, I guess it would fine for movie, but like even now, listening to it, I was like thinking about it, like it was like how well written the screenplay was, how great the performance for that sense of dread and intention. Not really the score. Frankenstein's score was pretty good, but maybe not super memorable, but it was enjoyable, very enjoyable. Same thing with Hamnet. One Bout for Another score, that one's gotten very popular. That one's a really fun one to listen to. There's a lot of really good tunes. There's like one the trailer everyone knows. It's really exciting one. Sinners. I must say, listening to the score was honestly just as good as listening to the movie. I think it would have been more fun to listen to the movie. Like, the movie's awesome, but damn, listening to the score on its own is absolutely enthralling. Like, oh man, I was just excited listening to it. It's just the composition's so gravitating. Like, great. It's like, it feels like Western music, but like a more not like a corny way, just a more modern take that works super well. It's incredible. Like it's worth listening to it on its own, even if you haven't seen the movie. The live action shorts. Butcher Stains is pretty good. I like the story of this one. I think there's a really good sense of when there's a prejudice and we false assumptions. My problem with the short is the ending. It just goes astride to something completely different with Mommy's family. It's a really weird ending. Just kind of stops. It's like they didn't know how to finish it. It was good until really good up to that point. It was just weird ending. A Friend of Dorothy. This one's really cute. It's not super deep, complex. It's just a very simple story about, I guess, kindness. It's not much, but it did give me a good feeling watching it. I did enjoy it. Jane Austen's period drama. This one was actually a pretty good parody, I must say. Like it didn't like jokes weren't fucking like just dumb references. They weren't just complete nonsense either, like a lot of parodies do. And the way the production felt like a serious attempt at a period piece with how it looked it and how the acting felt very like it was material taken seriously and missed all the silliness. But it felt like actually good satire of this era. The singers. I don't get the hype for the short. It's dumb. It's like a singing competition. Then they, what? I don't even remember what happened. It was not. It was so dumb. I just like. It's nothing. It was a nothing burger short. I don't know what you were trying to get. I mean, it looked nice. There was good acting, but there was no substance to it. Then two people exchanges alive is a really frustrating one because like I think my problem with it is the concept is really absurd, but it doesn't actually realize how absurd it is. It doesn't even do a good job of explaining the nuances of it. Like there's two things about this society is one, kissing's illegal. I mean they show it, but I don't really get what they're trying to say with this rule because dystopians are all about social commentary and there's really no commentary in this short. Like I guess it's a forbidden love story, but like there's like other ways you can show affection, and it's not like the romance is the problem; it's the kissing. So what are you doing? What is the lack of kissing supposed to be? I don't know. And don't get me started on the freaking slapping as currency. That they do nothing with that. That's not used for anything. It's just there. They don't take anything interesting out of it. Like this probably would have been better if they made a 90-minute movie to explain things better because this needed explanation. Like this is one of the few times where I feel like there's needs exposition because what are you trying to do here? I don't know. So for that, you know what? I'm gonna give the Oscar to Jane Austen's period drama. Yeah, it's funny. It's a very good parody. Very good parody. Like maybe not the best parody ever, but it's definitely solid. I really admire it, and I would love to see like I would totally be down with the filmmakers this doing like a feature length film, also doing parodies of this kind of stuff, because it would probably be pretty good. All right, animated short Butterfly. I love the visual design of this short. I love how it was able to communicate things without words. Words. It does take a bit to get going because I started off trying to figure out what they're trying to do, and then it did like click what the story actually was. But it's really nice, very effective, very much effective short. For Evergreen, this one is really dope. I love the art style. It's super unique, 3D animation, like not the generic kind we see a lot in like the mainstream animated movies. This one's really good looking. Has a lot of great character to it, even though there's no dialogue whatsoever. like the animation does all the showing of emotions and what the characters are like very well, and they had an actually really engaging story. Like this one was really solid. Girl Who Cried Pearls. This was real. This was really. I really liked this one. I will say I was a little confused by the ending. Like, well, it seems like the story was just made up. I think I get the point of it. I don't know. I don't get it. I generally okay. Maybe I'm just dumb. This was still really nice. Retirement Plan. I have one big problem with this short. The music. It's fucking annoying. It's this like what 10-second loop of some piano that plays over and over and over the like almost entirely in the 7 minutes. Which yeah, I think that makes it the shortest of the shorts. Or it's but yeah, with that it's so fucking obnoxious. And it's pretty loud. Like it almost overpowers the actual narration. It's a good poem. It's a really good poem they're showing. But man, that fucking music, it really pissed me off. Like, if it was gone, I would have loved it much more. The Three Sisters is I don't know what to make of this one. Yeah, I like the look of it, but the problem is there's barely a story here. I can't even tell you what the plot was. Like at all. Like some sisters show up to an island, they're just random hijinks ensue. Um, I don't know what. I generally don't know what this was going for. I think it was trying to be a comedy, but it wasn't funny at all. I was just baffled by it. Like, what was this short? Like, I saw this was the lowest rated short. This was like tied with like Jurassic World Rebirth, the lowest rated on Letterboxd nominee for the Oscars, and yeah, I can see why. With that, I'm going for Evergreen. This short's really fucking great. Like a fantastic short. I really, really like to see these filmmakers go at it in a feature film with this art style and method of storytelling because they know what they're doing. It's so good. You gotta watch it. All right, best song. Dear Me, Golden, I Lie to You, Sweet Dreams of Joy, and Train Dreams. Dear Me, I actually dug this song. I mean, it kind of helped knowing the full context of it because I did watch the documentary, which was actually pretty solid. I expected like a dumb puff piece, and I guess the way it kind of is, but it's not like obnoxious at all. And actually, and Julianne Moore was actually a pretty interesting subject, but I found the lyrics quite moving, engaging. It wasn't like a shout, wasn't like super shout like the topic of the songs tend to be. It was a pretty good one. Golden, no, just this is gonna win. I cannot. No, just it's obnoxious. I say this about basically like literally all the songs of K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm gonna be talking more than we get to anime movies, but God, the lyrics are so stupid. It's the typical "I'm gonna be myself" message that you see in all the fucking kids movies. Like, if I were to summarize my disliking for this movie, it's gonna be summed up in this song. And I can't even stand the saying. It's so repetitive. Gonna can't and the corny ass lyrics. It's just this lame instrumentation that just sounds. I just gets repetitive. If it's just trying way too hard to be an earworm, and it's so fucking annoying. I lied to you. My problem with this song is I've heard the term overproduced before. A lot of times I have no idea what to talk about. This song is it. There's just too much that happens like in the middle of the song. Like it starts off banger and then it just gets pummeled with all this stuff in it. Drowns everything out. It comes a mess. An absolute mess in the middle. Like if they just cut down some like aspects of the song, it would simplified it. It would be much much cleaner, much better. Sweet Dreams of Joy. Not really my music. I find the singer kind of hard to hear the words to. I make out the words to. I mean, it sounds nice, but I just can't tell what she's saying a lot. I really like the documentary though, Viva Verde. It's actually really really good. I quite recommend that one. And then Train Dreams, like this song is incredible. Like I listened to Nick Cave before. I listened like 2 albums. I wasn't really big on his music, but I was impressed by this song. It's a genuinely haunting song to listen to, both in the lyrics and the instrumentation. Like it's generally beautiful song. Like you guys have to listen to this song. It's incredible. It's a shame that fucking Golden's gonna win, even though it's dumb, obnoxious. God. Yeah. All right. Best original screenplay. Blue Moon. I love the fact it did not do the cliched biopic. Good. Just thank you so much. Instead, it's just one night. And they did such a great job of portraying this character. It's so eccentric. The dialogue is incredible, which is great. Which is very good because this movie's like entirely dialogue driven, and all of it's so engaging. Like even there's not like a super tense conflict at all. I mean there is one, but it's not like a high stakes one. Very low stakes actually. It's such an engaging watch. It was just an accident. There's very good. They wrote very good tension in this movie. Great commentary on Iran's insane like censorship. If I had to say something, I think it should have lasted longer because like the end point is just such a big high point, and then it just feels like it just kind of stops. Marty Supreme, like I know people say that this is very much the same thing as Uncle Jum's A Good Time, and yeah, there's definitely a very similar idea, very with high tension, a kind of a douche, kind of a bad person character. But they do such a good job with it, or I should say Josh, because Benny is not involved with this movie because he did the Smashing Machine, and I still think they do great job. It does a great job of making this character feel very different from the two aforementioned movies. Is and all the other characters very engaging as well because how atypical they're written. And the movie always comes up with these crazy new scenarios. It does not get predictable whatsoever. That's a really good ending. That's what like you that that is technically a bad ending, but like it doesn't feel overly downy, which is a pretty interesting change from the previous two movies if you've seen them. Sentimental value. The character has great character writing. They're also engaging. The movie's slow burn, but doesn't get boring at all. Because there's so much to chew on with this movie. I really should do a second watch of it. I should have done that before making this video, but I want to get over with. Sinners is fun. Like I loved the movie when I saw it, but now my mind doesn't really stick that much. Maybe because I watched it in April. It was actually the first Oscar film I watched when it came out in April. I don't know. I'm going with Marty. Like Safdies are great. I keep forgetting it's one of them. Still, Benny writes two too. The Smash Machine had a great screenplay as well. That'll be adapted, but it wasn't nominated. One for makeup. But yeah, Safdies are great. I'm glad they got nominated. Okay, makeup and hairstyling. This is another category which I immediately have no idea what I'm talking about at all. I will before I should say the three nominees that aren't nominated for anything else: Kokuho, Smashing Machine, and Ugly Stepsister. All are very much worth watching. Do watch those; they're great. I like, Kokuho makeup does. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even know how to judge this category, so I'm just gonna say I liked how Ugly Stepsisters looked on characters. I kind of want to do the Smash Machine because how well it made Dwayne Johnson look like the subject, but I kind of think it's really mostly just the wig because, like, I mean, I guess this is kind of a spoiler. Not really. It's the part where he shaves his head off and then just looks like Dwayne again. Ugly Stepsisters as all the characters look giving this like gritty look their face. Actually, like the main lead actually goes on. She looks so beaten up, That's definitely worked from Hecabear styling, so I'm going with that. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about this category. Alright, Best Animated Feature. The nominees are Urko, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Millie, Character Rain, and Zootopia 2. Argo, I was really excited for this, but honest, like it's fine. But I think my problem is it's just it is very standard. It doesn't really try anything crazy. It, with like themes or really interesting characters. The characters are very basic. They don't really have much depth going for them. The villains are just silly, and I swear to God, they just magically turn on their side. There's just some villains that were chasing them and just turned on their side the moment. It was such a weird, jarring thing. There wasn't really much to this movie. It looked nice, but it wasn't didn't get anything out of it. It wasn't a bad movie by any means. It was definitely not my least favorite of the nominees. I actually really liked Elio. It's not a masterpiece or anything, but it was actually quite charming. It wasn't super formulaic at all. I enjoyed its characters a lot. It's good. I don't really have much to say about the one. K-pop Demon Hunters, like, God, this shit was so fucking annoying to watch. Like, the songs are terrible. First off, absolutely awful. Like, halfway through the movie, I just started skipping them all because I could not stand listening to any of them. They just made my ears bleed. The story's so fucking cliche. Like, oh wow, this I got a dirt you set myself. Oh man, that's like that's been how much kids movie. Like this feels like amalgamations of every annoying kids movie trope out there. Oh, I'm hiding myself. I can never get behind this plot. I barely remember this one, to be honest. Now, Little Millie, the character of Rain, is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful film. Incredible. Like, I love its depiction of its toddler character. How she acts just like a toddler, but like in a ways that still feel like complex. She's very complex. I love how it explores like the idea of connections with like nationality, like these really interesting ideas in ways that feel like something that the actual toddler would experience and think. And it's never like overly cutesy or that. It still feels like it's trying to actually be interesting for an older audience in a non-cringe way. And it was quite sad by the watch. Zootopia 2, it's fine. I have like two major gripes with this movie. Gripe number one is that it doesn't really build upon the themes of the first movie. It just feels like the same thing over again. There's like brief touching of gentrification, but it's not. They just like loosely mention it and that's it. Like it movie feels more like a side quest than an actual sequel. Also, its twist villain's so fucking predictable, and he's not even very well developed. Like he's like, oh, my family wouldn't will finally accept me, but they never actually talk about why they don't like him. It's really dumb. Like who wrote the screenplay? Did something get deleted? it's it's fine. It's it was whatever. But yeah, you can probably guess there was like Little Mill. Yeah, the character Rain is the one truly amazing movie in this one. I must say though, there's two. Actually, no, there's three anime movies that wouldn't be nominated, but one of them's a TV movie. It's like Cocoon, some other words that I don't remember. And the two others that could have made the nominee, 100 Meters, which is the best animated movie of 2025, and The Legend of Hay 2. Absolutely watch those. That would have been better nominated than like basically all of these. All right, documentary feature Alabama Solution. This one is like incredibly in depth. And I really love how it goes about depicting the prison situation. Oh my god, there's so much ground with this subject, and it's done in a way that doesn't feel exploitative at all, but still feels very empathetic. It's a very eye-opening movie. I think like this is definitely one people should watch because there's the obvious problem, obviously because people dehumanize prisoners, even though not all of them are like evil murderers, shit like that. Some are just minor drug offenses, but still, like it's a very painful watch, but it's incredibly e- worth it. Come See Me in the Good Light is impressive. Like this could easily have been a sappy movie with no actual substance, and it's not. It really dives deep into the actual its subjects in like such a three-dimensional way, and it has some. I actually had a lot to say with like the use of art as a coping mechanism. It was a very moving movie. I felt like a truly engaging journey. Cutting Through the Rocks, I would say this is the least favorite of this category. I still think it's a really good movie. I have a kind of a similar problem I had to like that live action that documentary short. What was it called again? Wait, one of the Ukrainian thirds. I'm already forgetting the name because it kind of does diverge a little bit from this like main focus story. Not to the extent that that's short, but like I kind of wish they did a better job molding the two because it just felt like it stalled a bit. When it got back into it was crazy. Like the last like I don't know like the climax of the movie I guess is actually crazy. I'm not spoiling it. Mr. Nobody Against Putin. This was pretty fun. I'm gonna admit I kind of don't remember much about the movie. I remembered enjoying it. I'm already forgetting a lot of the movie. It's been a I think it was the first of the nominees I watched before the Oscars. That might be why. I remember it being a pretty fun movie. I really appreciated the how eccentric its lead was. As it was trying to have fun with it while it's. Why do I not really remember this movie? Shit. Whatever. Perfect Neighbor. I really like this unique style of it. Entirely like security cam footage. It was a very raw, depiction. No talking heads whatsoever. Was a great choice. You don't need that like I don't know like not not in the action. It was all entirely in the action. Seeing the actual chaos of the story, and it's a crazy story. Like I really don't want to spoil this one. It's a wild ride. That yeah, definitely watch. But I'm going to Come See Me in the Good Light. It's incredibly it's both it I go with this one because this is a movie that honestly if it wasn't a true story, I would still love it. Like it's just such an in-depth, thoughtful film that gives you so much. I mean, come to think of it, some of these wouldn't work, but still, it's one I can enjoy so much going for it. Other than just being, oh, it's a cool true story. Yeah, it's a beautiful doc. Absolutely watch. International feature. I talked about sentimental value. It's a movie like basically it's an incredibly strong screenplay with also really good acting. Very well written characters. It's a mess. It's a total slow burn, but it's never boring at all. Yeah, Secret Agent's pretty fun. The movie can be a little meandering at points. I mean, some points, and sometimes I can admit there be a little tonal confusion. Like some parts get a little too silly. Like there's this one part. It involves the leg being unanimated. That was very tonally out of place. Like some parts are very serious and some are just very silly. Sometimes it coheses very well, but it's a really engaging, very atypical mystery movie. Actually, not sure how to call it a mystery movie. But it's definitely a very fun movie. It was just an accident. I talked about in the original screenplay video. It's very tense. It's a very smooth, moving, tense thriller. Very good commentary on Iran, but it kind of just stops at the end. And like has a big climax, and then it just feels like it just stops. Like I could have easily saw that kept going. It's still great though. So Rat is this was actually the last movie I watched. Very intense movie, wild ride, great characters. lots of atypical ones as well. All with one absolute crazy climax. It was a wild ride. Voice of Hayden Rajab, I really liked. I loved the decision to use the actual audio from the phone call. Not only does it help with make it more immersive, but it really feels like you're actually in the victim of this atrocity an actual voice instead of like some imitation. And I love how well it was incorporated in the film. Writing, it made for a really good thriller, but never felt exploitive. It was trying to make cheap thrills out of this situation, like I've seen some other movies try to do. It, it felt like a lot more respectful. Yeah. But I'm going to go with. I will say this is a pretty strong category, too. I'm going with Seurat. Incredible movie. Absolute wild. Like, brilliant movie. Alright, this spicy hot new category. Best casting. I don't really know what to say for this. I'm not sure how you're supposed to judge this category, to be honest. If I had to, I'm going to go with what I think had the most memorable one. And I'll admit, it's kind of a coin toss between Marty Supreme and One Bath Another, because those I remember his characters most vividly. But I think I'm going to go with One Battle because like every performance is fucking incredible. Like whoever picked the actors, like I mean, yeah, I know there are all big names, which could be a reason to go with Marty Supreme because it does a lot of, well, not really big names in acting. I said it because I was like Tyler the Creator, who is a big name, but he doesn't act, and he was awesome though. But One Mouth Brothers, like they chose actors who really exemplify this characteristics of their characters. Like Leonardo DiCaprio has that man-childness, and the corp is so well. Blanca the Chora just is such a good straight man character, even with the sense of goofiness. And we all know I already read that Sean Penn. Like every fucking performance just leans into their traits so well. It's like the movie was written for them. I don't know if it was. I know Tarantino actually does that, writes movies with actors in mind, but I don't know about this one. Anyways, the point is, this everyone felt like this was destiny for them to play in this movie. Like incredible. All right. I got no fucking idea how to judge this category. I literally took a sound class when I was in college. It was like the only good class related to my major in college, because it like was actually in depth while all the others were fucking dog shit. But that's a totally irrelevant topic. But I think the main thing is I watched, with the exception of Surat, I watched all of these for the nominations, or I would have paid way more attention to sound. So okay, I'm gonna just say I think I remember. I'm tempted to go with Surat, but that could be recency bias, and the fact that it's the one nominee I watched after the noms were announced. Thus, I did pay attention to sound. The sound in Surat is really good, very immersive. I watched it with headphones because it didn't play in a theater near me. Maybe I could have gone with F. Oh, no. Sinners, I don't remember the sound design of that. Or Frankenstein. Frankenstein I'm watching on TV. I'm going with One Battle. I remember sounds hitting hard in that movie. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about this category. I'm sorry, yo. Uh, I still got a lot. I love movies, but I still got a lot to learn about them. All right, lead actor in a reading role. Um, let's see, Chalamet. This is his best performance. This is definitely his best performance yet. Definitely more Oscar worthy than The Complete Unknown, which I could not give a shit about. Though that's probably because the writing of that movie was bad and created the most uninteresting character ever. But that's a top for something, another video. DiCaprio is, I mean, I haven't come close to watch all his movies, but this is also high up there. He's right with like silly fun characters, and also I'm actually impressed he's can do that at this age, because like this is similar type of crazy to catch you they can from over 20 years ago. Oh, like even more deranged with more man-childness. I'm kind of amazed he hasn't done a full-blown like Will Ferrell style comedy. Maybe that's an awful idea or an awful thought, but you get the point. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. First off, that movie really does showcase him as an actor because it's so dialogue driven. You really need to have a good performance for that. He delivers. Didn't sound like it's up at all. Portrayed those crazy mannerisms so well. Michael B. Jordan, I did was impressed with his performance in the movie. I thought it was his best one. I never really was impressed with him in the other Coogler movies. Now I don't really remember much about it. And honestly, I think he wasn't even the best playing two characters role actor in 2025. Robert Pattinson was more deserving of that, like he's 17, because in that movie he made his two characters very, very different from each other, even though they're technically the same person. And then in Sinners, they feel this. They do characters feel the same. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I should rewatch Sinners. uh, Actor Bora, I watched Secret Agent pretty recently. I remember good. I don't remember much about the manager's performance. Hmm. I'm going with DiCaprio. Like, I could have also gone Chalamet, but like, DiCaprio goes like this next level, like going this goofiness without going overboard and just being totally inappropriate. Can still be dramatic at the same time. Like, there's so much funny ass scenes in that movie. Like, everyone knows the one on the payphone. That one's just masterclass. Like, man, he was just incredible. And finally, his best picture. Um, I'm gonna say I think all these movies are at least really, really good. Like none of these are like I don't think should not be nominated, or at least I don't understand why they're at least I understand why they're nominated. The exception's F1. Like sure the technical aspects are good. The script is so fucking lame. Like generic sports movie shit. There's nothing memorable about that movie whatsoever. Like I felt like I was watching that Gran Turismo movie again. Maybe granted that movie hammed up the tropes harder, but like, yeah, super forgettable. Everything else, all these movies are dope. I would not be mad if any of them won, except for F1, of course. But I'm going one battle because like this is a movie that goes all out and just succeeds in everything. Even the parts I personally would have given the Oscar to, I still think are absolutely top tier. Like when you even watch this movie, it was electrifying. Like it was a feeling watching this that I don't get with any of the others. Even the other, and all the others I think are like super incredible movies. Like this was a very memorable experience watching it, and it's gonna go down as one of the defining movies of the decade. I hope it wins. I love it. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this video wasn't very good. Lots of these characters I clearly had no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not 100% sure I would do this again. If I ever actually make a movie, which I want to do one day, but don't count on it, then I would definitely do, because at that point I would learn more, but like, what the fuck would I talk about with production design and costumes? I don't know that shit. I just thought it'd be a fun project. But next up, top 25 best movies of 2025. I will do that. I want to get that out before the end of June. If I'm wondering why I would need 3 months, I probably still want to like check out a few more supposedly really great movies from 2025. If that I would like to watch. And I might want to do a rewatches to like either reevaluate a movie to see if I want to keep it in the top 25 or bump it up, like the former. Or if I like, and know I want in the list, but like I'm having trouble figuring out the words I want to say, I feel like a rewatch could help. Yeah, so stay tuned for that video. I'll try to get it done.